Welcome, explorers of the wild, to a realm where the earth breathes with ancient rhythms, and every sunrise marks a new chapter in the story of survival. Here, in the boundless African savanna, the golden light spills across endless grasslands, painting the world in hues of amber and fire. The air is thick with anticipation, as herds of wildebeest move like rivers through the mist, and the distant trumpeting of elephants echoes beneath the towering acacia trees. In this vast expanse, every blade of grass, every shadow, and every whisper of wind holds a secret, each one a testament to the relentless struggle for life. Watch as a pride of lions stirs atop a sun-warmed outcrop, their eyes scanning the horizon for opportunity and danger alike. Listen to the chorus of birds as they rise with the dawn, their wings beating in harmony with the pulse of the land. Here, the drama of existence unfolds with every heartbeat. Swift-footed gazelles dart through the tall grass, wary of the silent stalkers that prowl in the shade. Mighty elephants forge paths through the wilderness, shaping the very landscape with their passage. On this channel, we invite you to witness these epic tales of survival, where every creature, from the smallest insect to the most formidable predator, must rely on instinct, strength, and cunning to claim their place beneath the vast African sky. Prepare to be immersed in the raw beauty, fierce competition, and breathtaking moments that define the savannah. Your journey into the wild begins now. Step into the heart of the untamed and let the adventure unfold. Welcome to a breathtaking journey across the African savannah, a land where the horizon stretches endlessly and every blade of grass hides a story of survival. In this video, you'll be immersed in the wonders and dangers that define this extraordinary ecosystem where life is a constant test of resilience, adaptation, and instinct. We'll begin by unveiling the vast, untamed landscapes, rolling grasslands, scattered acacia trees, and winding rivers that sustain a dazzling array of wildlife. You'll discover how to interpret the subtle signs left behind by animals, the delicate imprint of hooves, the rustle of grass as a herd passes, and the haunting calls that echo at dawn and dusk. As the journey unfolds, you'll witness the epic survival battles that shape life here. Watch as predators like lions, cheetahs, and leopards stalk their prey with patience and precision, while antelope, zebras, and wildebeest rely on speed, vigilance, and teamwork to evade danger. Each encounter is a masterclass in strategy, adaptation, and the raw power of nature. Along the way, you'll gain fascinating insights into the behaviors, adaptations, and survival tactics of each species. Discover how elephants communicate across miles, how giraffes use their height to spot danger, and how even the smallest creatures play vital roles in the savannah's delicate balance. Every moment reveals the intricate web of life, where every animal, from the mightiest predator to the tiniest insect, has a part to play. Whether you're captivated by the spectacle of the great migrations, the tension of predator-prey encounters, or the quiet beauty of a sunrise over the plains, this video promises a rich tapestry of sights and sounds. Prepare to be amazed by the wonders, awed by the dangers, and inspired by the relentless spirit of life on the savannah. Each segment is crafted to deepen your understanding and ignite your sense of wonder for this wild, untamed world. Imagine the first golden rays of dawn spilling across the endless grasslands, where every shadow holds a story and every heartbeat is a testament to survival. The epic battles of the savannah are not just fleeting moments of drama, they are the very pulse of this wild, untamed world. Here, predator and prey are locked in a timeless dance, each encounter shaping the fate of the land itself. Every thunderous stampede of wildebeest, every tense standoff between lion and buffalo, and every silent stalk through the tall grass ripples through the ecosystem. These moments decide which species flourish, which adapt in the face of adversity, and which fade into the golden haze of memory. The savanna's balance is delicate. Each life, each struggle is a thread in a vast living tapestry. From an ecological perspective, these interactions are the engine of evolution and diversity. Predators, ever watchful, keep herbivore populations in check, preventing overgrazing and allowing the land to renew itself. Meanwhile, prey animals develop new tactics: speed, camouflage, vigilance, each generation more attuned to the dangers that lurk in the shadows. This relentless contest for survival drives adaptation, ensuring the savanna remains a vibrant mosaic of life. On a behavioral level, the savanna is a stage for extraordinary displays of intelligence, cooperation, and resilience. Elephants communicate across great distances, coordinating their movements with low rumbles. Lions hunt in teams, each member playing a crucial role. Even the smallest creatures, meerkats, birds, insects, form alliances and adapt in ingenious ways, their lives woven together in a complex web of survival. Ultimately, to witness these epic struggles is to glimpse the raw, unfiltered story of life on Earth. The savanna teaches us about the power of balance, the beauty of adaptation, and the intricate connections that bind all living things. In every rustle of grass, every leap, every chase, the savanna reveals the enduring spirit of nature, untouched, wild, and endlessly inspiring. In this section, we'll chart our course through the heart of the African savanna, a land defined by its sweeping grasslands, scattered acacia trees, and dramatic seasonal shifts. We'll begin by examining how the savanna's unique climate and geography create a challenging environment, shaping the lives of every creature that calls it home. The interplay of wet and dry seasons, the scarcity of water, and the vast open spaces all set the stage for a daily struggle for survival. We'll delve into the remarkable migrations and survival tactics of herbivores such as wildebeest, zebras, and antelopes. Discover how these animals form massive herds, navigate treacherous river crossings, and use their keen senses to detect danger. We'll explore their constant quest for fresh grazing and water, and how their movements shape the rhythm of life across the plains. Next, we'll turn our attention to the apex predators, lions, cheetahs, and others, unraveling their sophisticated hunting strategies, stealth, and teamwork. We'll highlight the intense rivalries and alliances that emerge among these hunters, and how their presence influences the behavior of every animal on the savanna. We'll also spotlight elephants and other keystone species, revealing how their actions, from shaping the landscape to creating waterholes, are vital for the survival of countless other creatures. Finally, we'll explore the intricate web of relationships that binds the savanna together. From the powerful buffalo herds to the subtle influence of insects and birds, every species plays a role in maintaining the ecosystem's delicate balance. By the end, you'll gain a deeper appreciation for the extraordinary survival strategies, complex behaviors, and interconnected lives that make the savanna one of the world's most dynamic and awe-inspiring habitats. Welcome to the heart of the wild savanna, where every sunrise ignites a symphony of life and the air crackles with anticipation. Here, the golden grasslands stretch endlessly beneath a vast, ever-changing sky, and every day is a test of strength, wit, and resilience. This is a world sculpted by extremes, scorching heat, sudden storms, and the constant dance between predator and prey. Look closer and you'll see herds of wildebeest thundering across the plains, their hooves kicking up clouds of dust as they search for fresh grazing. Lions crouch low in the grass, eyes locked on their next meal, while cheetahs explode into action, their speed unmatched in the animal kingdom. Elephants move with quiet determination, shaping the land as they travel, and meerkats stand sentry, ever watchful for danger from above and below. Every creature here, from the towering giraffe to the tiniest dung beetle, has a story of survival, each one a testament to adaptation and ingenuity. Witness the clever tactics of the jackal, the camouflage of the chameleon, and the teamwork of the buffalo herd as they face down adversity together. So, take a deep breath, open your senses, and let your imagination run wild. Prepare to be inspired by the courage, resourcefulness, and raw determination that define life on the savannah. This is nature's grand stage where every moment is a battle and every victory is hard won. Let's jump right in and discover what it truly takes to thrive in this extraordinary landscape where only the boldest survive. The African savanna stretches endlessly beneath a vast golden sky, a living tapestry woven from earth, grass, and light. At sunrise, the land awakens in a gentle glow, revealing a panorama where life and landscape are inseparable. Across these open grasslands, scattered acacia trees stand as silent sentinels, their silhouettes shifting with the seasons. The savannah transforms dramatically, parched and golden in the dry months, lush and vibrant when the rains return. Each cycle brings renewal and challenge, shaping every living thing. The climate here is a master of extremes. Scorching dry spells crack the earth, testing the endurance of all who dwell here. Then, with thunderous rain, the land is reborn. Rivers swell, grasses surge skyward, and great herds begin their timeless migrations, following the promise of water and fresh pasture. The geography is a patchwork of rolling plains, winding rivers, and ancient rocky outcrops. Each feature creates a unique haven. Rivers carve lifelines through the grasslands, while rocky hills offer shelter and vantage points for watchful eyes. Towering grasses sway in the breeze, their movement a silent signal to the grazers, zebras, antelopes, and elephants, who find both nourishment and concealment within their emerald blades. Each step they take leaves a mark on the land, shaping the very fabric of the savannah. Among the grasses, hardy shrubs and the iconic baobab trees rise, their gnarled trunks storing water and their branches offering sanctuary. Birds flit from limb to limb, their songs echoing at dawn, while insects scuttle across bark and soil, each playing a part in this intricate web of life. The savannah is also a realm of predators. Lions move like shadows through the grass, leopards lounge in the cool embrace of tree branches, hyenas patrol in restless bands, and cheetahs streak across the plains in bursts of breathtaking speed. Each is a master of its domain, perfectly attuned to the rhythms of this land. From the smallest dung beetle rolling its prize across the earth, to the mighty elephants moving in gentle herds, every creature has a role. Together they form a delicate balance, their lives intertwined in ways both subtle and profound. Here, on nature's grand stage, every interaction, whether a fleeting glance, a shared watering hole, or a silent standoff, tells a story of survival, adaptation, and resilience. The savannah is not just a place, but a living drama, unfolding with every sunrise and every storm. In the golden haze of dawn, shadows stretch across the endless grasslands. Here, the true rulers of the savannah emerge, the apex predators. Their presence is felt in every trembling blade of grass, every wary glance from the herds. These are the masters of survival, the architects of fear and balance. At the very top of the food chain, these formidable hunters wield power through a blend of strength, speed, and cunning. Each species has evolved a unique set of tools and tactics, honed by countless generations in a world where only the most skilled survive. Let's begin with the lion. The lion, crowned as the king of beasts, is the only big cat to live and hunt in tightly knit social groups known as prides. This unity is their greatest weapon. In the hush of early morning, lionesses melt into the tall grass, their golden coats blending perfectly with the sunlit savannah. They move as one, silent, patient, and deadly, every muscle tensed, every whisker twitching. They close in on their unsuspecting prey. Suddenly the calm shatters. The pride erupts from cover, fanning out with military precision. Their coordinated assault leaves little chance for escape as they encircle their quarry with relentless determination. Together they bring down giants, wildebeest, buffalo prey that would be impossible for a lone hunter. The savannah trembles beneath the raw power of the pride. In stark contrast, the leopard is a phantom, solitary, silent, and almost invisible. Cloaked in a tapestry of rosettes, the leopard glides through the underbrush, each step calculated and silent. Its eyes, sharp and unblinking, scan for the faintest sign of movement. With infinite patience, the leopard waits, then strikes in a blur of muscle and claws. Its ambush is swift and merciless. The kill is dragged high into the trees, away from the reach of other predators. Suspended above the world, the leopard feasts in solitude. The branch is its fortress against the ever-watchful eyes below. Then, as dusk falls and the air cools, the hyena clan stirs. Often misunderstood, these predators are among the savannah's most relentless hunters. With bone-crushing jaws and tireless stamina, spotted hyenas hunt in formidable clans. Their strategy is endurance, chasing, harrying and wearing down their prey until it collapses from exhaustion. Their eerie whooping calls ripple through the night, a signal to the clan and a warning to all who hear it. The hunt is on. Far from being mere scavengers, hyenas are skilled predators, capable of bringing down large prey and defending their hard-won meals from rivals. And then, the cheetah, nature's ultimate sprinter, a living embodiment of speed and grace. In a heartbeat, the chase begins. The cheetah's slender frame blurs across the open plain, closing the distance to its quarry with breathtaking acceleration. Every stride is a marvel of evolution. Long legs, flexible spine, and non-retractable claws working in perfect harmony. In mere seconds, the cheetah reaches speeds that no other land animal can match. But this gift comes with a price. The cheetah's solitary hunts in the open make it vulnerable. Often, its hard-won prize is stolen by stronger, more aggressive predators lurking nearby. Each apex predator, with its own style and strategy, weaves a thread into the fabric of the savannah. Their presence keeps the herds on edge, shaping the movements and behaviors of every creature on these plains. By targeting the weak, the sick, and the slow, they cull the herds, ensuring only the fittest survive. This relentless cycle of pursuit and escape is the engine that drives the health of the ecosystem. As the sun rises and sets, the drama of predator and prey unfolds in a never-ending ballet, each hunt a test of skill, each escape a fleeting victory. In the next scene, we'll witness these apex predators as they confront the savannah's harshest trials: drought, hunger, and the ever-present struggle for survival. The story of the savannah is written in every chase, every hunt, every heartbeat in the tall grass. In the heart of the savannah, where danger lurks behind every blade of grass, survival is a daily battle. While apex predators may dominate the headlines, the true marvel of this wild theatre lies in the astonishing ingenuity of their prey. Here, every heartbeat is a gamble, every movement a calculated risk. Antelopes, zebras, gazelles, and countless other herbivores are locked in a relentless contest of wits and reflexes. Each day they must outthink, outrun, and outmaneuver their hunters in a high-stakes game of life and death. Their very existence depends on a dazzling array of defenses, honed by generations of survival. Camouflage is their first line of defense, the ancient art of vanishing in plain sight. The impala, for instance, is a master illusionist. Its reddish-brown coat dissolves into the golden grasses, rendering it nearly invisible to prowling eyes. Motionless, it becomes a ghost among the stalks, a silent shadow that predators struggle to detect. Gazelles and young wildebeest take this strategy further, freezing in place with muted coats that blend seamlessly into the earth tones of the savannah. Their stillness is a shield, their colours a cloak. Even newborns arrive equipped for survival, born with fur patterns and hues that allow them to vanish into the landscape within moments of birth. Vulnerable yet invisible, they wait out the most dangerous days of their lives. But when hiding is no longer an option, speed becomes the ultimate weapon. The savannah erupts in a blur of motion as antelopes and gazelles launch into desperate sprints. The Thompson's gazelle, a true virtuoso of escape, accelerates with breathtaking swiftness, zigzagging unpredictably across the plains. Each leap and turn is a calculated move, designed to throw off even the most determined pursuer. Their erratic sprints and sudden pivots frustrate even the fastest cheetah, turning the chase into a dizzying contest of agility and nerve. Zebras, with their hypnotic stripes, wield confusion as a shield. When danger strikes, their herds surge forward in perfect unison, a living wave of black and white that dazzles and disorients. In this swirling mass, it becomes nearly impossible for a predator to single out a target. Group behavior is a force multiplier. Herds of wildebeest and buffalo move as one, their numbers a living fortress against attack. During the Great Migrations, thousands surge across the plains, their sheer mass overwhelming all but the most determined hunters. When threatened, these herds tighten, forming an impenetrable wall of bodies. The weak and the young are shielded at the center, protected by the strength of the group. Some species, like the springbok, employ a bold display known as stotting, leaping high into the air to signal their vigor and warn off would-be attackers. This acrobatic feat is both a challenge and a deterrent, a message that pursuit will be costly. Adaptations extend beyond the physical. Behavioral ingenuity is everywhere. Prey animals constantly read their environment, using every advantage the landscape offers. Meerkats, ever vigilant, post sentries atop mounds, scanning the horizon with sharp eyes. At the first sign of danger, a piercing call sends the group diving for cover, vanishing in an instant. Ostriches, the giants of the grasslands, rely on keen eyesight to spot threats from afar. If cornered, they unleash a devastating kick, powerful enough to shatter bone and turn the tables on any would-be attacker. From the tiniest mouse darting through the undergrowth to the towering giraffe scanning the horizon, every prey animal is armed with a unique arsenal of adaptations. Each has carved out a niche, mastering the art of survival in a world where hesitation can mean death. Their vigilance is unceasing, their resilience legendary. The story of the savannah is not just one of hunters, but of the hunted, creatures whose brilliance and bravery shape the fate of this wild land. In this eternal contest, predator and prey are locked in a delicate dance, each driving the other to new heights of adaptation, forging a balance that defines the very soul of the savannah. Across the endless golden plains of the savannah, a silent tension hangs in the air. Here, every heartbeat, every footstep is dictated by a single precious element: water. Its presence or absence shapes destinies and drives the ancient rhythm of survival. Rivers snake through the parched earth, and watering holes shimmer like mirages, rare sanctuaries that pulse with life. These are not just landmarks, but the very arteries of the savannah, drawing creatures from miles around. From the nimble mongoose darting to sip at dawn to the thunderous herds of elephants, all are compelled by thirst. The oasis becomes a stage where predator and prey, strong and small, converge in a delicate, ever-shifting balance. As the dry season deepens, the land transforms. Cracks split the earth, and the air grows heavy with dust. Waterholes shrink, and the struggle intensifies, each drop more precious than gold. Driven by instinct and desperation, herds of zebra and wildebeest embark on epic migrations. They march for days beneath a relentless sun, their hooves raising clouds of dust, their eyes fixed on the promise of water ahead. Each approach to a watering hole is a moment of suspense. Antelopes scan the horizon, nostrils flaring, every sense alert to the dangers that lurk in the shadows. Predators know the patterns of the thirsty. Lions melt into the tall grass, eyes fixed on the vulnerable. Crocodiles lie in wait, motionless beneath the surface, their patience as endless as the drought itself. For the hunters, waterholes are ambush sites, places where the desperate and the unwary meet their fate. Every sip is a gamble, every moment at the water's edge a test of nerve and luck. The predators track the migrations, reading the land and the wind, anticipating the arrival of the parched herds. Their survival, too, is bound to the cycles of water and drought. In the tall grass, a lion's tail flicks in anticipation. Beneath the water's surface, a crocodile's eyes break the stillness. Both wait, silent and unseen, for the moment to strike. Yet, in rare moments, the struggle gives way to uneasy peace. At the water's edge, predator and prey, rival and ally, gather side by side, united by thirst, if only for a heartbeat. In the grip of drought, even the fiercest rivals lower their guard. Zebra and antelope drink shoulder to shoulder, while predators watch, momentarily sated by the abundance of life. Elephants, the architects of survival, use their strength and memory to dig deep into dry riverbeds. Their efforts reveal hidden water, drawing a crowd of grateful followers, each species dependent on the wisdom and might of these gentle giants. The great migrations are a spectacle of endurance and hope. Wildebeest and zebra traverse barren landscapes, risking exhaustion and predation, driven by the promise of distant rain and the memory of ancient roots. At the water's edge, the savannah's tapestry is revealed, predators and prey, strong and weak, all bound by the same need. Here, survival is a story of both fierce competition and fragile coexistence. As the sun sets, the river glistens, and the waterhole teems with life. The air is thick with anticipation, every creature aware that tomorrow the struggle will begin anew. In this untamed land, water is more than a resource. It is the lifeblood that unites, divides, and ultimately sustains all who call the savannah home. As the sun dips below the horizon, the savannah exhales a sigh of relief, the heat of the day surrendering to the cool embrace of night. The golden grasses are slowly cloaked in deep indigo, and the world softens, shadows stretching long and mysterious across the land. As darkness settles, the familiar landscape transforms into a realm of secrets. Every bush, every tree becomes a silhouette, hiding stories only the night will tell. The air cools and a gentle breeze stirs the grass, carrying with it the sense of earth and life. A hush settles, broken only by the haunting calls of night birds, soft, distant, and echoing through the darkness. The grass rustles with unseen movement as small creatures begin their nightly rituals, hidden from all but the most patient eyes. For many, the coming of night is both a promise and a peril. Nocturnal predators, like leopards and hyenas, slip from their daytime shelters, their bodies built for the mysteries of darkness. Their senses sharpen, eyes that catch the faintest glimmer, ears that hear the softest footfall, noses that read the wind for secrets. Leopards move with ghostly grace, their spotted coats melting into the shadows as they scale trees or slip silently through the undergrowth. Each step is measured, each breath controlled, as they stalk through tall grass, invisible to all but the moon. Hyenas, too, emerge in packs, their forms shifting in and out of the gloom, communicating with eerie whoops and cackles that ripple across the plains. Their voices are the soundtrack of the night, a reminder that the savannah never truly sleeps. Prey animals, ever watchful, adapt to the darkness in their own ways. Antelope and zebras gather in tight-knit groups, their bodies pressed close, drawing comfort and safety from numbers. Their ears swivel, catching every whisper of movement, every snap of twig, alert to the dangers that prowl the night. Some, like the spring hare, rely on powerful leaps to evade danger, vanishing into the darkness with a single bound. Others burrow close to the earth, finding safety in the cool, hidden world beneath the soil. Elephants, gentle giants of the night, raise their trunks to the breeze, reading the air for the faintest hint of danger or distant water. Their senses are heightened, their movements slow and deliberate beneath the moon's watchful gaze. The moonlight casts long, shifting shadows, painting the savannah in silver and black, where every movement could mean life or death. Even the smallest creatures play their part in this nocturnal symphony. Insects hum and chirp, their delicate wings catching the faintest glimmer of starlight, while the air vibrates with their secret songs. Owls glide silently overhead, their feathers designed for stealth, eyes wide and unblinking as they hunt for rodents that scurry through the grass below. Frogs call to one another from hidden pools, their voices rising in a chorus that marks the rhythm of the night. Life pulses on even in the deepest shadows, each creature attuned to the mysteries of darkness. Night is the realm of the patient and the cautious, where the advantage belongs to those who listen, who wait, who move with the rhythm of the unseen. Beneath a canopy of stars, the savannah's endless dance of survival, adaptation, and resilience unfolds, mysterious, gentle, and eternal. Gap 2s. As dawn gently brushes the horizon, the savannah awakens with the promise of new life. Hidden in the tall grasses, the miracle of birth quietly unfolds, a testament to nature's enduring hope and resilience. Here every life begins as a fragile spark, fiercely protected by mothers who know the dangers that lurk within the golden plains. A lioness, her breath steady, brings her cubs into the world, in the seclusion of a dense thicket. She licks each one clean, her powerful body forming a protective shield against curious eyes and prowling predators. Her devotion is unwavering. For weeks, she will keep her young hidden, nursing them with rich milk and teaching them the first lessons of survival with gentle nudges and low rumbling purrs. Nearby, a herd of elephants gathers in a loose circle, their bodies forming a living fortress around a newborn calf. The matriarch reaches out with her trunk, guiding the tiny, trembling creature to its feet. The calf's first moments are wobbly, yet determination shines in its eyes as it leans into the reassuring touch of its mother and aunts. In this world, family means survival. The entire herd watches over the calf, shielding it from danger and teaching it the ancient paths to water and shade. On the open plains, a newborn gazelle takes its first shaky steps. Its mother stands guard, every muscle tense, her eyes scanning for movement in the grass. The young gazelle must learn to run within hours of birth. Hesitation can mean the difference between life and death. With each practice leap, it grows stronger, guided by the gentle nudge of its mother's nose and the silent urgency of instinct. Not far away, a family of warthogs emerges from their burrow, piglets tumbling out in a lively procession. Their mother leads the way, ever vigilant, her tail held high as a beacon for her young. She teaches them which routes to dig, which calls signal danger, and how to vanish into the safety of their den at the first sign of trouble. The journey from birth to adulthood is fraught with challenges, hidden predators, scarce water, shifting seasons. Some will not survive, but those who do carry the legacy of their parents' care, the wisdom of the herd, the courage born from adversity. Every sunrise on the savannah is a story of hope, a chorus of tiny hearts beating against the odds, nurtured by mothers, guarded by families, and shaped by the wild embrace of nature. In this ancient land, every birth is a beginning, every struggle a lesson, and every young life a testament to the enduring spirit of the savannah. Beneath the towering grasses and amidst the shadows of giants, a bustling world thrives, often overlooked yet absolutely vital to the savannah's heartbeat. Here, insects and small creatures perform quiet miracles, each playing a crucial role in the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Termites, the master architects of the savannah, rise early with the sun. Their towering mounds, crafted grain by grain, serve as both fortress and nursery. Inside, millions of workers tend to their queen and cultivate fungus gardens, recycling dead plant matter and enriching the soil. These living skyscrapers regulate temperature and moisture, creating microhabitats for countless other species, from lizards to birds seeking shelter or a meal. Nearby, dung beetles embark on their relentless quest. Rolling precious balls of dung across the plains, they transform waste into nourishment, aerating the soil and returning vital nutrients to the earth. Their tireless efforts keep the savanna clean and fertile, supporting the grasslands that sustain herds of grazers. Ants march in tireless columns, their societies a marvel of cooperation and strategy. Some cultivate aphids for honeydew, while others defend acacia trees in exchange for shelter and food. These alliances shape the very landscape, pruning plants and protecting them from hungry herbivores. Hidden beneath stones and within burrows, spiders and scorpions lie in wait. Masters of patience and camouflage, they use silk and venom to capture unsuspecting prey, keeping insect populations in check. Their presence is a silent reminder of the intricate web of life that binds every creature to the next. Even the tiniest creatures have ingenious survival tactics. Grasshoppers and crickets blend seamlessly with their surroundings, leaping away at the first hint of danger. Moths and butterflies, delicate as they appear, serve as pollinators, flitting from flower to flower and ensuring the next generation of plants. In this secret world, every movement matters. The hum of wings, the rustle of tiny feet, the silent labor beneath the soil all contribute to the savanna's resilience. Without these unsung heroes, the grand drama of lions and elephants would falter, for it is the smallest lives that sustain the greatest. As the sun climbs higher, the hidden denizens of the savanna continue their tireless work, weaving the unseen threads that hold this wild tapestry together. Their story is one of quiet strength, humble persistence, and the extraordinary power of the small. As the savanna stretches beneath an ever-shifting sky, its inhabitants live by the rhythm of the seasons, a dance of survival choreographed by nature itself. Here, life is shaped by cycles of abundance and scarcity, with each creature finely tuned to the land's relentless transformations. When the rains arrive, the plains awaken. Grasses surge skyward, and waterholes brim with promise. Herds of wildebeest and zebras gather, sensing the call of migration. Driven by instinct and the scent of fresh growth, they embark on epic journeys across vast distances, their hooves thundering over newly green landscapes. This annual pilgrimage, one of nature's greatest spectacles, is a quest for nourishment and safety as they follow the rains to where the grass is richest. But the bounty does not last forever. As the dry season tightens its grip, the savanna's palette shifts to gold and brown. Waterholes shrink and dust clouds rise with every step. Food becomes scarce and competition intensifies. Elephants, the wise matriarchs of the plains, guide their families to hidden watering spots remembered across generations. Giraffes stretch to reach the leaves untouched by others, while antelope graze on the last remnants of dry grass. Predators, too, must adapt. Lions conserve energy beneath the shade, hunting under the cover of darkness when the air cools and prey is more vulnerable. Cheetahs, masters of speed, adjust their routines, seeking out weakened animals in the relentless heat. Some animals, like the African buffalo, form massive herds for protection, pooling their strength to defend against threats and share limited resources. Others, such as the oryx and springbok, can go for days without water, drawing moisture from the plants they eat and minimizing their activity during the hottest hours. Birds take to the skies, migrating to distant wetlands or timing their nesting to coincide with the flush of insect life brought by the rains. Even the smallest creatures adapt. Frogs burrow deep into the mud to wait out the drought, emerging only when thunderclouds gather once more. Throughout these seasonal cycles, every adaptation is a testament to resilience. The savanna's inhabitants endure hardship and celebrate abundance, constantly adjusting to the whims of weather and the challenge of survival. Each migration, each clever strategy, is a story of hope, proof that life, in all its forms, will find a way to thrive beneath the ever-changing skies of the savanna. Beneath the sweeping grasslands and endless skies, the savanna is more than just a stage for dramatic chases and seasonal change. It's a living web where every creature, great and small, is bound together in a delicate balance. Here, each life is woven into the next, creating a tapestry of connections that sustains the entire ecosystem. At the heart of this web are the grasses, quietly fueling the savanna's abundance. These resilient plants harness the sun's energy, transforming light into nourishment. Grazers like zebras, wildebeest, and gazelles depend on these grasses, cropping them down and, in turn, scattering seeds and fertilizing the soil with every step. Their constant movement ensures that the land remains healthy and fertile. Predators like lions and cheetahs play their part by keeping herbivore populations in check. Without them, grazers could overwhelm the plains, stripping it bare and upsetting the natural order. Even scavengers, hyenas, jackals, and vultures are vital. They cleanse the land of remains, recycling nutrients back into the earth and preventing the spread of disease. But the connections run deeper still. Oxpecker birds perch atop buffalo and giraffes, feasting on ticks and parasites, while their hosts benefit from a natural grooming service. Dung beetles gather the droppings of elephants and antelope, rolling these precious resources underground, aerating the soil and planting seeds as they go. Even the acacia trees and ants share a unique alliance. Ants defend the tree from hungry herbivores, and in return the acacia offers them shelter and sweet nectar. Each link in the food chain, from the tiniest termite to the towering elephant, is essential. Remove one and the balance unravels. If a keystone species like the elephant were to disappear, waterholes would vanish and entire communities would suffer. If the grasses failed to grow, the great migrations would cease and life across the savanna would falter. This interconnectedness is the savanna's greatest strength. It is a living reminder that every creature, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, has a role to play. Together, they create a world where life persists against the odds, where harmony is found in diversity, and where the survival of one depends on the well-being of all. In the savanna, unity is survival, and in every whisper of grass, every paw print in the dust, the story of this remarkable web of life continues to unfold. As the sun rises over the endless golden plains, the future of the savanna glimmers with both challenge and hope. The trials of drought, shifting climates, and the ever-changing rhythm of life test the resilience of every creature that calls this land home. Yet, within this crucible of adversity, the savanna's spirit endures, rooted in the remarkable ability of its inhabitants to adapt, survive, and thrive. Across the grasslands, ancient herds of wildebeest and zebra continue their timeless migrations, guided by instinct and the promise of distant rains. Elephants, the gentle giants, shape the landscape with every step, carving new waterholes that become lifelines for countless species. The acacia trees, steadfast and enduring, spread their canopies wide, offering shelter and sustenance to all who seek refuge beneath their branches. Predators, ever watchful, hone their skills against the cunning of their prey, while scavengers cleanse the earth, ensuring that nothing is wasted and every cycle is renewed. In the shadows, insects and small creatures quietly perform their vital tasks, aerating the soil, dispersing seeds, and pollinating the flowers that will one day become the next generation of life. Amidst the challenges, the savanna's web of life grows stronger. New alliances form, old rivalries soften, and the pulse of survival beats on. The resilience of the animals, each adapting in their own way, breathes hope into the heart of the ecosystem. grasslands regenerate after fire, waterholes refill with the return of the rains, and the great migrations resume their ancient course. In this ever-evolving tapestry, the promise of recovery is woven into every blade of grass and every newborn calf that stumbles into the world. The savannah's future is not without peril, but it is also not without promise. For as long as life endures, undaunted and unbroken, the story of the savannah will continue to unfold, filled with resilience, renewal, and the unyielding hope that tomorrow will bring another dawn.